Hey guys, welcome to the YouTube channel. It's been a while since we have put a podcast down, and today is going to be a very different agenda. Since as we all know, in the cricketing sphere, there's been a huge chatter around the T20 World Cup squad where we are seeing multiple players has been performing really well in the IPLs, and their names have been discussed by all the cricketing experts and former cricketers and analysts, and you see news articles popping up saying that okay, this player is getting is ahead of this person, that player is not going to get paid, all that stuff. So why not we thought that all three of us individually will pick up our own squad, especially for Indian team. So what we'll do is that um, Ajit, I, and Prithvi will pick up our own T20 World Cup squad, and we will discuss about okay, which players are they going to pick and who would get ahead of that. His instruction is very clear.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so with that being said, that let's not forget the fact that by May first week itself, all the teams have to announce their squad uh, in 1 month in advance of the T20 World Cup, because the T20 World Cup is going to start in second week, 2nd June. So before that, in first week of May, every team has to announce a squad. So in this video, we're going to talk about only the India T20 World Cup squad because a lot of names have been chatted around. So without further ado, I would like to start with Ajit. Ajit, you can, if you Ajit or Prithvi, any one of you can start announcing your T20 World Cup squad. You can go with the playing, either two ways you could do it. Either you can go with the playing 11 and announce the reserves, or you can go with the entire squad. It's up to you.
Shall I
You
go
want to?
or do you
Yeah,
want
yeah.
to go,
You
Ajit?
start, Prithvi. You start. You
Prithvi,
start.
you start.
Yeah.
Cool, cool. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to uh, uh, show the list of 11 players I have here. But I have, like in some spots, I have two players between which we can choose. So in a way, I'm telling you the
Yeah,
squad itself. Okay.
Yeah,
no
yeah.
problem.
That's
Uh,
all
It's
right.
uh,
15. Minimum is 15. Okay, let's not forget that.
yeah,
It's 15
yeah,
members.
it's
You will
around.
name 11 plus 4 reserves because minimum
Yeah,
15 should
four
be.
reserves. Cool, cool. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
So yes, let me just give me a second. Yeah, okay. It comes out to be exactly to 15. I just counted. Okay. I don't know that number first, but yeah, we're lucky now. Okay. So at the top of the order, two opening batsmen for me, Rohit Sharma, Yashasvi Jaiswal. I don't think there can be any you know the changes here. The only person I can imagine playing ahead of the Jaiswal is Ishant Kishan as an opener, who has been the tried out as an opener, which but I don't think I doubt he's even going to find a spot in the squad. So Yashasvi the Jaiswal and Rohit Sharma are my two openers. Okay. In number three, I wanted to go with a batsman who can really uh, hold on to the crease, even in a T20 match in the power play. If we lose the top two batters, I wanted a batter who can still keep the innings to steady. And for that, I've gone with the Sanju Samson. I think Sanju Samson in the position number three is a good choice. And a bit of the foreshadowing, I am actually a fan of the Rajasthan Royals, so you may see a higher number of Rajasthan Royals players here. I'm trying to not be biased here, okay? I'll tell you that, okay? But it may
What about
seem like
Virat
I am,
Kohli?
so yeah, yeah.
What about
Hmm?
Virat Kohli, man?
இல்ல இரு
I'm coming
அதிர்ந்து
to it,
சொல்லி
coming to
முடிக்கட்டும்
it,
இரு
coming to
வெயிட்
it.
பண்ணு
Yeah,
வெயிட்
let's
பண்ணு
let's
let him
okay.
finish
But
let him
wait, wait,
finish
wait, wait, wait.
அதுக்கப்புறம் நம்ம
I would
ஏறி
still,
வாங்கலாம்
yeah,
நம்ம.
the thing is, I've put Sanju Samson in number three, but I'm actually not necessarily sticking to a batting order rigidly. If the need arises, you can, of course, shift around the batting, order. I just want to list out the players. I am saying it in the
That's
batting order,
perfect.
but it's not very rigid, okay? So, number three
Okay.
is Sanju Samson. Number four is Virat Kohli. Okay, Virat Kohli, he picks himself in the squad. His experienced campaigner he is, and his form is also really good. I wouldn't say it is as high as it used to be, but it is pretty good given the recent RCB outings. Had he been in a different IPL team, he would have things would have been much better for him. Unfortunately, he's a good player stuck in that Not very good team. Okay. So, anyways, number five is going to be. I really want to maintain the left hand, right hand batting combination. I already have two right handers in the form of Sanju Samson to Virat Kohli. I think, in my personal view, I think having this left hand, right hand combination will help, especially um, in fast paced T20 games. So, my number five is going to be Ravindra Jadeja. Okay. That also with the spinning ability and his batting ability as the death overs as a death overs batter, as a power hitter. I think Jadeja picks himself in a squad. It's like the usual suspect. Okay, number six is going to be a throw up between two players. Both of them the right-handed batters. I want to get a lot of hard hitting, power hitting in this team. So Rian Parag or Dinesh Karthik. Between these two, the toss up between these
Interesting.
two. I actually would prefer to put Rian Parag ahead of the DK, but I think DK will get the chance to play it ahead of him given his experience. Okay, and number seven is going. I'm now into the bowlers. Again, I'm not going exactly according to the batting lineup. Okay, so number seven is my first. The spinner is going to be Yuzvendra Chahal. He's when the Chell is going to be my first spinner. He's done decently well in this IPL, and he is an experienced Indian campaigner. So I'll go ahead with him. Number eight is going to be India's best power play bowler. You don't have to guess who he is. It's going to be Jasprit Bumrah. Okay, he's very good in the power play, and he can even bowl in the death if he has to. Although I don't think he does, but we're probably going to use him as a power play opening to bowler. Bumrah it is. Okay, number nine, my specialist death bowler is going to be Sandeep Sharma. Okay, because I think he has done well for Rajasthan Royals. I think in the previous game, or I think previous to previous game, he picked up a 5 wicket haul. That's really commendable effort by him, especially as the seamer. He has done that, so he will go ahead as my other seamer. There's the toss up between him and Mayank Yadav. Mayank Yadav, that Lucknow Super Giants new speedster. But of course, due to multiple injuries, he probably won't make it to the T20 squad. If he does make it to the T20 squad, I think it will serve the Indian team to give him a go because of his thunderous pace, and he brings pace with accuracy. Accuracy plus pace. I think he is a really good youngster, and I think he can earn himself a spot in the T20, at least in the squad. I don't think he should play ahead of Sandeep Sharma, but if Sandeep Sharma is not available, you can probably go with him as well. Number 10 is Hardik Pandya. Again, I'm not going according to the batting order. I'm going with Hardik Pandya primarily for the experience. I think in T20 teams, experience really helps, even if your form is not at the best. I'm fully aware of all that's going on in Mumbai Indians, but I think Hardik Pandya, he will actually play in the team. We all know that he will be picked for his experience. He will be picked. He will get a chance to play. So I've put Hardik Pandya in there, and his form really has been good whenever he plays for India. So there he is. My 11th player and my final player is going to be my final spinner, Kuldeep Yadav or Ravi Bishnoi. Between these two, a toss up between these two. Definitely, I will go with Kuldeep Yadav first. Okay, so my playing 11 is Rohit Sharma, Yashasvi Jaiswal, Sanju Samson, Virat Kohli, Ravindra Jadeja, Rian Parag, Yuzvendra Chahal, Jasprit Bumrah, Sandeep Sharma, Hardik Pandya, and Kuldeep Yadav. Okay, these are my prime 11. Okay, and not according to batting order. Of course, Hardik Pandya, I told him very low on the order because I wrote his name while I was thinking about bowlers. But of course, he'll play like much higher than the position that I put him in. Okay, that's it. That's my team, and all
And
the substitutes I
who are
said
the
was like the
reserves?
squad. Hmm?
Who
Reserves.
are the
The
other
reserves
substitutes?
are
Mayank
What
Yadav,
is it?
Bishnoi.
Mayank Yadav, Ravi Bishnoi, Dinesh Karthik.
Who's
You
the
need
fourth
one
one?
more.
You need one
One
more.
more.
You need one more.
Need I don't. Did I say it one more? The Dhruv Jurel. He'll be the other guy, Dhruv Jurel. Yeah. No. I'm sorry, wait. Hang on. Not Dhruv Jurel. Sorry, Rishabh Pant. Yeah, I'll probably put Rishabh Pant also as the substitute. Yeah, I know. I know that it's really harsh to not pick him in that squad as a wicket keeper,
I was about
but I
to.
think
அதிரித்து இரு சொல்லி முடிக்கிட்டோம். நான் இறங்குறேன் அவன் ஸ்குவாட
Yeah,
நான் அக்கு வேற
I know.
ஆணி வேறன்னு நான் அவனை பிரிச்சு
Let him
மேயிறேன்.
say.
முடிச்சிட்டியா
I'm done.
பிருத்வி?
I'm done. Go ahead. Yeah.
No,
இல்ல
it's a good.
இத்தனை பேர் இரு நான் சொல்றேன். இத்தனை
Mm.
பேர் யோசிச்சிருக்க. இந்த
Yeah.
சூரியகுமார் யாதவ் ஒருத்தன் இருக்கான்.
correct.
அவனை ஏன் நீ உள்ள விடல? That is my question. அது
That is
ஒண்ணு.
what I was
சரி
asking.
விடு. அது இரு இன்னும் சொல்லிடுறேன்.
Honest.
ஃபர்ஸ்ட் சூரியகுமார் யாதவ் போடாதது
I
அது
can't
பெரிய
I can't pick
blunder.
all the best players, man. There's not enough room for all the best players. I picked the
டேய்
players who
டேய்
are
Bro,
doing well in
bro,
this IPL.
டேய்
Surya Kumar Yadav
மனசாட்சியை
is the
விட்டுட்டு
number one
பேசுறியா இல்ல அடக்கு
T20
வச்சுட்டு
batter in the
பேசுறியா?
world, bro.
What?
Surya Kumar Yadav is the number one T20 batter in the world, bro. Track record of the
Okay, I
அவன்
think I
ஹைண்டர்
missed it.
கிளாஸ்
Sorry.
இவங்க ரெண்டு பேரும் எலிட் ப்ரோ. சூரியகுமார் யாதவ் இல்லாமலாம் T20 வேர்ல்ட் கப்ல எல்லாம் போட
exactly.
முடியாது.
That is one question mark.
அது
Fine, I
பிக்கஸ்ட்
guess I'm
கொஸ்டின்
wrong.
மார்க்.
Yeah.
சரி அதை விடு
That,
அதை விட்டுரு. அதை விட அது ஒண்ணு கேள்வி கேட்டாச்சு. நான் அதை கூட விட்டுரு. அதை என்ன சொல்ற, சரி அது ஒரு கொஸ்டின். நீ இன்னொன்னு வந்துட்டு ஜடேஜாவும் போடுற எல்லாம் சரி, அக்ஷர் பட்டேலுக்கு எங்க இடம் இருக்கு?
No,
அக்ஷர்
man.
பட்டேல், சிவம்
It's
டூபே இவங்க ரெண்டு பேரும் நீ எடுக்கவே இல்லை. நீ
Rinku Singh,
ரிங்கு சிங் ரிங்கு சிங் அது
you can
ஒத்துக்கிறேன்.
sit
ரிங்கு
and
சிங்
say
இட்ஸ் a bit
you
of a
can
doubt
name
தான்
so
இப்போ.
many substitutes, man. You can name so many substitutes, okay? But it doesn't mean like all of them will find a spot in this team. I picked the best team, which
no,
I
no, no.
think
Okay,
is the
I know
best.
it's the
Yeah.
best team. I think this
Why
team
don't
is
you
not
guys
bad.
say?
No,
Why don't
no,
you
no.
go
I'll tell
out
you
with
what.
your? Why
I'll
don't
be
you
honest.
say you're
No,
playing
no,
good?
I'll be honest.
Let's say that.
The Sandeep Sharma pick is justified. He's a very good
நல்ல
bowler.
அது
I
நல்ல
think
பிக் நான்
he's a
ஒத்துக்கிறேன்.
good. The
சந்தீப்
bowling lineup is
சந்தீப்
very
சர்மா இஸ் a good
sorted.
one.
No, it's a good pick. Even DK also is a good pick. But my one question is Surya Kumar Yadav is something I'm a little questionable because last 2 years his track record is very nice.
Yeah, I missed him. I'm sorry. I made a
Exactly.
mistake. I shouldn't. I
Okay.
missed him. Yeah, I missed him. I'm
That is
sorry.
just
Yeah,
that is
I'll
just
put him
one
in.
question. Every other thing is your personal choice. Everyone
Hmm.
has their own personal choice, but I believe Surya Kumar Yadav has to be there.
இருந்தே சூரியகுமார்
Exactly.
யாதவ்
That is
விட்டது
just
அது
one question
பெரிய
mark.
ப்ராப்ளம்.
Exactly.
Shall I go with my 15 then?
You go ahead. Yeah.
Adrit, I'll go
Yeah,
ahead
you
with
go.
mine.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. No problem.
So before this, நானும் அதிரித்தும் especially we had a lot of back and forth regarding this whole thing. So நிறைய phone conversationsல வந்து யார் எடுக்கணும் எடுக்க கூடாது அந்த மாதிரி. But okay, I'll go with the realistic one. Opening வந்து இப்போ I think it looks clear right now, even though நம்ம argue பண்ணலாம் because actually opening slot ன்னு பார்த்தோம்னா the two best batters, if at all, who have been performing well would be Kohli and Rohit Sharma. But I don't think they're going to go that route. So I think Jaiswal has to be your opener with Rohit Sharma. ஏன்னா T20 இதுல வந்து you need someone who can hit from ball one. அந்த மாதிரி Jaiswal should be there. So Rohit Sharma and Yashasvi Jaiswal as your openers. Virat Kohli வந்து Prithvi put him at number 4. That is way out of position currently with the way Virat Kohli is playing, because he's someone who's being playing an anchor role rather than being a guy who can hit from ball one. He can do that, but that's not his role. So I would still have Virat Kohli at 3, Surya Kumar Yadav at 4, Shivam Dubey at 5. I would have Rishabh Pant at 6. He is my wicket keeper. Number 7, Jadeja. Number 8, Akshar Patel. Number 9 and 10, Bumrah and T. Natarajan. And my third spinner would be Kuldeep Yadav. So I have 3 spinners and 2 seamers. If you want an extra bowling option, you already have Shivan Dubey in there. So that's Shivan Dubey. You don't need to ask him to bowl 2 overs or 3 overs. 1 over is enough. You don't need that much from Shivan Dubey if you're asking. Because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to keep my batting extremely powerful, because West Indies conditions, that's one thing. It's somewhat similar to India. It's going to be pretty slow natured pitches. And considering that most of the other teams around the world, like Australia and South Africa, have destructive batting order, so you have to match fire with fire. So அது நான் வச்சுப்பேன். You have an anchor in Virat Kohli in there. That will make Virat Kohli's life easier. அந்த இதெல்லாம் நான் சொல்லுவேன். That's my playing 11. Reserves in பார்த்தேன்னா I'll have Sanju Samson as my second wicket keeper. Then another bowler would be, um, I'm really debating between Ashdeep and Sandeep Sharma, considering I think I think it would be a bit unfair if I drop Sandeep. Arshdeep Singh, and because the previous edition of the T20 World Cup, even though it was like 2 years ago, he was the highest wicket taker for India on the World Cup. So for a team வந்து highest wicket taker இருந்து, yes, he's been very expensive in this IPL, and also pretty inconsistent performances were also there after the T20 World Cup as well. ஒரு மாதிரி few matches he bowled well, but other matches he gave a lot of runs. So, but I think it would be a bit unfair on Ashdeep as well, who's someone who's an extremely talented player, who's actually is also he's proved to win matches for you as well. So, and also plus even in the IPL, at times he didn't bowl well, but at times he's bowled well as well. So it's not that it was all bad. So I would have Ashdeep Singh as your 13th man, because I picked Sanju Samson. I have Ashdeep. The remaining two players, one of them I will have Rinku Singh as my next choice of your middle order batsman, and a reserve opener in Shubman Gill. So I mean that if you that's my 15. But if you want to have some standby players in there as well, another extra bowler or here, if any injury scares, maybe you can have Mayank Yadav and Sandeep Sharma as your standby. If you want to have some extra players in standby, you can Mohit Sharma as well. You can pick three fast bowlers if you want to, just for standby, that is. And if you want, I mean, it would be a bit disrespectful, but if you want to have another spinner, but then maybe you can, consider having Chahal as another standby player. But if at all, I don't want to go there, I could give Bishnoi a chance. Like, put him as a standby. So, I mean, I'm not including them in my 15, but I've already said my 15. So, if I'll say my 15 again. So, Jaiswal, Rohit Sharma as your openers, Virat Kohli at 3, Surya Kumar Yadav at 4, Shivam Dubey at 5, Rishabh Pant at 6, Jadeja 7, Akshar Patel 8, Bumrah at 9, Natarajan at 10, and then 11 Kuldeep Yadav. And of course, your remaining other players, Sanju Samson as a reserve keeper, Arshdeep Singh, another reserve fast bowler, Shubman Gill as your next another reserve opener, and then Rinku Singh. So you can get in, and
One question: why not
Hmm.
Hardik Pandya? Hardik Pandya and
Yeah.
Siraj also can be in consideration. I mean, I know he's not in form, but then he has international experience. What about why not these two?
Why not play Hardik Pandya at the head of Natarajan?
Uh,
That's probably the only change I would think
yeah.
in your team.
And what about Hardik Pandya?
And you know
Hardik
that he's going to
Pandya,
be in that squad.
no, Hardik Pandya, reason why I didn't include him is because one, sheerly low in confidence, and his batting and bowling form has not been that great. So, recent form, and plus, I know it's a bit, sort of, not many of them would really think about it, but I have a bit of consideration, and a bit too much of, maybe it's a bit of an obsessive thinking in my part. I can admit to it, but way too injury prone. That is something that I can't ignore, because Hardik Pandya is someone, for the most of the year, அவன் வருவான், என்னடான்னா வந்துட்டு ஐபிஎல் ஆடுவான், அதுக்கப்புறம் பார்த்தா இந்தியாவுக்கு வந்து ஒரு 2-3 months ஆடுவான், அதுக்கப்புறம் பார்த்தா இன்ஜுரி ஆயிட்டு ஹீல் மிஸ் த ரெஸ்ட் ஆஃப் தி இயர். இட்ஸ் பின் அ வெரி repetitive trend, and he's not the same. He's not the same T20 player, or not the same overall player post his back surgery. He's someone like who needs time. Middle orderல தான் ஆட முடியும். நீ finisher role எல்லாம் ஹார்திக் பாண்டியா கொடுத்தனா he can't do it. He's also someone who needs to be an anchor. அப்படின்றது தான். He's especially look at his stint as captain in Gujarat. He's someone who would bat at number 3 or number 4 when early wickets fall down, or if wicket falls in the first within the first 10 overs, for example, like that. He's the one who would come in and set the try to be an anchor, and then go all guns blazing. But the Hardik Pandya before the back surgery, if you say that Hardik Pandya is completely healthy, if he had never had that back surgery, sure, he'll be like 100% in my playing 11 without a doubt, because he's someone who can play at number 6 or number 7 easily from ball one. அடி நடிச்சிருவான் வந்து ஹார்திக் பாண்டியாலாம் அந்த மாதிரி. பட் after his back surgery, and not just his back surgery, even major other ankle injuries, leg injuries எல்லாமே வந்ததுக்கு அப்புறமே வந்து he's become way too injury prone, and sometimes it's a big liability. That is also one of the reasons why I'm not picking KL Rahul in my squad as well as your second wicket keeper, because the same concerns. It's like too glaring. I'm not saying that everybody is injury free, because everyone else also has had injuries as well. They've had their own problems. Even Rohit Sharma has also had his few fair share of injury problems as well. Even he's also taken break from international cricket quite occasionally. Same, even Virat Kohli also has taken some breaks here and there, occasional, a little bit more frequently. Obviously, with personal reasons and all that. So everybody has their own thing. I'm not ignoring all of it. And of course, I'm not ignoring Hardik Pandya as the match winner, bro, because an informed Hardik Pandya இந்த ஐபிஎல்ல வந்து அவன் இன்ஃபார்ம்ல இருந்திருந்தானா, even in the slightest of form, if he had showed some of it, 100% I would have put him in my playing 11. But and I'm going with Natarajan is because the death bowling வந்து ரொம்ப poor-ஆ இருக்கும். If I'm very honest with you. See, I would I don't want to go three fast bowlers in West Indies conditions, considering that it's a bit slow. நான் வந்து ஜடேஜா, அக்ஷர் பட்டேல் அண்ட் குல்தீப் இவங்க 3 பேர் வச்சுட்டே வந்து, see, you have three spinners, you could use two of them in the power play. Akshar Patel and Jadeja, you can use them in the power play, and then use Bumrah in the power play. Then use Natarajan at the end, and then you have Kuldeep in the middle. So somewhere or the other, you can use them, and you have Shivam Dube. You can all you need to ask from Shivam Dube is just 1 over of bowling, bro. You don't need to ask him to bowl like 4 overs. 3 overs கூட வேணாம். Maximum 2. At the very maximum, at the worst case, 2 overs from Shivam Dube. At you can just give 1 over to Shivam Dube, and Shivam Dube நல்ல bowling நல்லா இருந்துச்சுன்னா கூட you don't even need to use Shivam Dube in your bowling attack. You can use your 5 bowlers, 3 spinners and 2 fast bowlers அந்த கண்டிஷன்ஸ்க்கு. பேட்டிங்கை வந்து I'll strengthen my batting as much as I can and keep it as deep. அது வந்து தட் இஸ் மை திங். அண்ட் டெத் bowling உனக்கு எல்லா பேசஸும் கவர் ஆகும். மிடில் ஓவர்ஸ்ல வந்து ஸ்பின்னர் இருக்கான், குல்தீப் யாதவ், அக்ஷர் பட்டேல், ஜடேஜா. பவர் பிளேலே வந்து பும்ரா இருக்கான், நட்ராஜன். யூ கேன் கிவ் 1 over in the power play, no harm in that as well, and you have your spinners as well in your power play. So I think that's pretty much a balance and pretty ஒரு பேட்டிங் நல்ல ஸ்ட்ராங்காகவும் இருக்கும். இட் கேன் கம்பீட் அகேன்ஸ்ட் எனி அதர் கிரேட் other batting sides as well. So I think this is for me. It's a bit more balanced and a bit more of a powerful batting lineup, because you have a lot of batting firepower. அந்த from ball ஒன்ல இருந்து வந்து அடிக்கணும்ன்ற அந்த அக்ரெஷனோட ஆடுறவங்க இருக்காங்க. So that's where I went with it.
The commonality between two of your teams is that you got three spinners in the team. I think that's a trend that a lot of that's the kind of pitch you might expect in West Indies. Actually, three spinners.
It's not just the West Indies. There's some things happening in the USA also.
USA, I
Match to
believe,
New York
I believe
City.
what I feel. USA will be a bit of a flat wicket because they're going to bring in the drop in pitches from some other country, maybe Australia or England.
Australia.
Yeah. So I don't think the pitches would be that slow. It's only going to be in West Indies, man, because uh, the condition is such that the nature of the wicket is such that it's going to be very slow. So I think the both of their playing 11s is pretty good. Although differing playing 11s in terms of batting lineup, but then the commonality is that there is some balance. You guys went to three spinners, two fast bowlers combination in the playing 11. So அந்த மாதிரி இருக்கு. It's a good combination, I would say.
You go ahead with yours, man.
Before we're going, Prithvi, do you have any other question for Ajit's 11?
No, I think I would honestly put Sandeep Sharma ahead of Natarajan for death overs to bowling. But then again, that's just my thing. That's probably the only change I'll make. Yeah.
I mean, I picked Natarajan for the same purpose anyway. Death bowling dana. He's anyway one of the best death bowlers in IPL. Natarajan. Both Sandeep Sharma and Natarajan are that good. Natarajan வந்து for variety, because he's
because he has
left arm
the
seamer.
left arm thing, left arm seamer. Yeah.
So it's a variety reason. Plus power playலயும் வந்துட்டு you can give him an over. You can say the same thing for Sandeep Sharma as well. But if you want to use one of them in the power play, you might as well do that. Because Natarajan can do the same thing what Sandeep Sharma is doing in the power play. Death overs somewhat it's the same, but I feel Natarajan a bit much better, because he can nail the Yorkers perfectly. Because he's ஒரு யார்க்கர் ஸ்பெஷலிஸ்ட்னு ஒரு டைட்டில் கொடுத்தா he is actually that guy. So I would give it to Nataraj. I would give Natarajan a chance. Plus whatever chances he's got for while playing for India, Natarajan has done brilliantly. So why not give him a go? அதுதான் நான் சொல்லுவேன்.
So I'll go with my squad. Actually,
Yeah.
my thinking is pretty simple. I'm going with on the basis of brute power, batting strength. The way the T20 is going, man, I'm going with a proper batting powerhouse. I'm going to back it up. It's like a philosophy what England or West Indies have done in the T20 World Cups. I'm going with that mindset. And because what I feel is that our strength is such that we don't have a lot of good bowlers also. So I'll repeat. So I'm going with my squad. My squad is just, as I said, my squad is going to be on the basis of boot power batting strength. Because what I feel is that our bowling has certain shortcomings. Yes, we can accommodate on certain players in order to fill that role. But then, as I feel is that the bowling part of our the bowling is such that we don't have extraordinary bowlers. Let's not forget the fact that Shami is not there. So that is a bit of a problem. So my thinking is pretty simple: go with full batting strength. So that is why I'm going with my playing. I'm going with Virat and Rohit Sharma. I mean, you need to go with the two of the best players in the top of the order. Go let them express. Let Virat be the ankle. Rohit Sharma go and play his natural game. So what he has shown in the 2023 World Cup is outstanding. It is something that is revelation. And it is something because usually Rohit Sharma takes his time and after he said, then he goes for it. But then he has changed his approach tremendously. And same with Virat Kohli. So Virat Kohli also, if you look at this year also, his batting, his strike rate in the power play is around 150, 160. So he has also started to show a bit of intent, because that is a bit of a question mark in his approach, because usually he takes his time. But then this year he has really upped it up, I believe. And both are the best cricketers, man, because in opposition would have to fear that the best cricketers coming up. That's what I believe.
I agree with that.
That's true. That's true. The psychological impact of having these two players like come out to bat would really show, like, really
rather than rather than going with Virat and number 3, we are shielding him down. But I would rather go and open him up. So I'm going with Virat Kohli. Number 3, opening with Virat and Rohit. Number 3 is Suryakumar Yadav, and no debate about it. He's the best T20 batter, one of the best T20 batters in the world. Number 4, I would go with Shivam Dube. The kind of form he has shown, man, especially in conditions like West Indies, man, he would be a threat. Number 5, it would be Hardik Pandya. I know Ajit has some question marks, and it's fair because he's not in good form. He's not bowling good, but I still believe that Hardik Pandya can win a game on his own. And we don't have an all-rounder, man. We don't have an all-rounder, because without him, the balance of the
fast bowling all-rounder.
Exactly.
Fast bowling all-rounder.
Fast bowling all-rounder. We don't have a fast, because you can't depend on Shivam Dube's bowling. He's a liability as a bowler. He has gone for a lot of runs when he's bowled. That's why I went with Hardik Pandya.
But I said that, but I said Dube's bowling is valuable. But I said Dube's bowling, you don't need to depend on him. I didn't say that. I said that you have 5 bowlers. If you want another over from someone, Dube. That's what I said.
I know. I understand. No, but I went with this. That's the thinking. Number 5, Hardik Pandya.
Hardik Pandya.
Number 6, it will be Rishabh Pant. There's no doubt about it.
No question.
Number 7, I'm going Rinku Singh. You need a finisher, man. And number 7 and number 8, Jadeja. See, what I'm trying to do is that we need a power pack batting lineup. You got a top 3 in Rohit, Kohli, and Surya. You got middle order power hitters in Dube, Hardik, Rishabh Pant. Power pack batting lineup. And you got the finishers of Rinku Singh and Jadeja. This is the kind of T20 team you need in your batting lineup. I went with it's like how West Indies or England teams in the past have gone with. That's the same batting lineup I want to go with. So to number 8 is Jadeja, and 9, 10, 11 picks themselves. I believe Kuldeep Yadav will pick himself. Jasprit Bumrah pick himself. Number 11, I'm going with Arshdeep Singh, because I still believe Arshdeep Singh offers so much to the team with his left arm, and plus with death bowling. Even though his death bowling is a little bit of a question mark, but I still believe he offers so much. Arshdeep Singh has to be there. And if you look at the batting lineup, you got 3 all-rounders, because in the past, India, every team needs to have 3-4 all-rounders because that's a key success in T20s. That's why I went with Jadeja, Shivam Dube, and Hardik Pandya. 3 all-rounders should be there in a T20 team. That's why I went with all-rounders and plus power batting lineup. And if I go with my 4 reserves, Sanju Samson is my backup keeper. There's no doubt about it. Yashasvi Jaiswal, the backup opener, no question mark. I'm going with either Yuzi Chahal or Ravi Bishnoi, either one of them to pick themselves because I didn't pick Akshar Patel because Akshar Patel is the kind of person I wouldn't include him in the squad itself because I like he's a like to like replacements for Ravindra Jadeja. I don't want to have him in the squad itself. I want to go for an attacking spinner. You need a bit of a variety in your bowling now in case if you
Who's
want to go
that? Yeah.
yeah, because in case you need a variety spinner, you should go with Ravi Bishnoi because Ravi Bishnoi has
Mm.
done really well, and plus Yuzi Chahal. But we all know
Yeah.
for the fact that Yuzi Chahal is not going to get picked. So let's consider that.
Yeah, okay. Is that it?
Then no,
Mm.
the last one. I'm
One more.
going with a
One more.
different left field choice. I'm going Mayank Yadav, man. You need an X factor,
Okay.
man. India needs an X
Mm.
factor in a bowling lineup. In case if
Mm.
Ashdeep goes out of form, we need a fast bowler. I mean, I'm going with Mayank. Although he's injury prone, yes, I agree with you. He's injury
He's
prone,
very injury prone. Yeah.
very injury prone. But the what I've seen of him, no, is sensational. Man. That guy has pace,
Yeah.
and the difference with he has accuracy. That's the most important thing. He has accuracy, and his his game reading sense is so good. He reads the game very well. That's why I picked. That's my squad. So,
Mm-hmm.
any
Yeah.
question marks?
Can I say? Can you say one thing? I think
Yeah,
it's
yes.
the great team. I think it's a very nice team that you've picked. But I think one comment I'll make immediately is one thing which I can immediately see this team lacking is the death bowling. I think this team seriously, it's just my thing. Rashdeep Singh and Bumrah are the two fast bowlers in your team along with Pandya. Um, Correct me if I'm wrong, but who do you plan to put Arshdeep Singh in the death bowling, right?
Yeah, both Bumrah and both. What I would do is that maybe
Mm,
Hardik Pandya and Ashdeep Singh as opening bowlers. Then
mm,
the first change up
mm,
would be Bumrah.
yeah.
Then slowly
Why
I'll
do you
say then
not? You don't even have Sandeep Sharma like in your reserve. Why not go ahead with Sandeep Sharma in the place of
I
Arshdeep
went
Singh? You
with
already have the
I went
experience
with
of Bumrah and
no
Pandya
I
and
Ashdeep Singh
Jadeja and
is
Kuldeep.
experienced. I
Hmm?
went no. Kuldeep Yadav has to be there, man. He's your number one spinner. He
No,
has
no,
to
I'm
be there.
saying why not go ahead with Sandeep Sharma in the place of Arshdeep Singh? Because
Ashdeep
Sandeep
Singh has
Sharma has
experience.
shown good, he has shown good touch as a death bowler. So why not improve your death bowling with him, or maybe even go with
Ashdeep
T Natarajan. You know.
Natarajan was another consideration.
Mm,
I thought of Natarajan also, but then what I
mm,
felt is that Asdeep Singh with his experience is crucial, and he has played the previous T20 World Cup, and in the recent times also he has gone for a lot of runs uh, in death overs, but I still back him, man, because someone he has that ability, man. It's just that you need to back him and give him that confidence. I went with that. Of course, Natarajan and Sandeep Sharma are the two considerations. I thought of Natarajan also. I really thought of Natarajan also as a death bowling option, but then I went for experience. Plus,
Vast
Natarajan is not
experience.
he
and you want, yeah, go ahead, sorry.
and of course I would have kept Natarajan in reserves, but I wanted a bit different, a different type of bowler because somehow sometimes you can change according to opposition. That's why when with Mayank Yadav, in case you were playing against a subcontinental team, you can go with someone like Mayank Yadav because with his pace, he can just hurry it up.
Mm.
You don't have to play him all games, maybe one or two games here and there just to surprise the opposition. That's why I went with Mayank Yadav. So that's my thinking basically.
But dude, like imagine going up against a team like Australia, and they decide to bat last, and you have to defend like the ball is not gripping, and dew has come down. They have someone like the Travis Head at the other end of in the batting. He's all on fire, and he's about to smash every ball. I feel not very comfortable going with this kind of death bowling, dude. And the other thing is, you said that you wanted to go with a very hard hitting batsman, right? Where is Dinesh Karthik, man? Where is Dinesh Karthik?
I'll be honest. and I'll be very brutally
What?
honest.
I don't like
He,
him.
I'll be honest with you. He's an
Overrated.
amazing cricketer. He's a very good cricketer. He has done
Mm-hmm.
really well whatever chance he has got. But then I've seen it in the past. He has done very well in IPL, but when it comes to the ICC tournaments, he flops. Like how it happened in 2022 T20 World Cup. He had an amazing IPL. His strike rate is around 250, 300. Scored around 300, 350 runs in the whole season. Once he came back to the Indian team, he had flopped. Let's not forget the fact that he played 3, 4 games in the group stage, and the last 2 games they dropped him. He was
Hmm.
dropped again in the Zimbabwe
That's
game
exactly what happened.
and and in the England semi-final games. Let's not
I
forget that.
think that's the same thing will happen with Rinku Singh too, man. How much experience does Rinku Singh have with playing for India? Look, I know that why don't you go more into the past? Why don't you go sometime 2018 to 2017? Dinesh Karthik he has played, he's been playing for India way longer than Rinku Singh has, and he has indeed had more. He has had some impactful knocks also. I would honestly put Dinesh Karthik ahead of Rinku Singh if you really want to go with that hard hitting power. And I think you might also need his experience can also help. I think experience in hard hitting will really help in the depth batting.
No, that is
I,
why, and I would
Mm.
agree with that. Adrit squad has a bit more flaws in that as well. Obviously, death bowling is a concern from what I'm seeing because Ashdeep Singh recently has been leaking a lot of runs, and that's why I kept him in the reserve because he deserves a spot in the 15. But in the playing 11, I'll be a bit more skeptical. That's why I would prefer Natarajan over Arshdeep now because Natarajan is coming back to his old form that he was in, like he was like what 4 5 years ago in the when he came burst out in the scene for Sunrisers. அப்போ வந்து அந்த Yorker specialist tag அவனுக்கு கொடுத்து that's when he performed really well, and I would back Natarajan up, man. He deserves to be in the T20 squad for sure and in the playing 11 because அதுதான் சொல்றேன். That's where Adrit squad is a bit more flawed in the sense like Rohit
Mm.
Sharma and Virat Kohli is great. I thought that I would do the same thing, but again, you need someone who can hit from ball one. Rohit Sharma is also someone who has done that in the Cricket World Cup in the 50-over format. But Rohit Sharma and in IPL also at times, he takes time and gets a bit more time to settle. And also and the main guy who's an aggressor from ball one is Ishan Kishan and not Rohit Sharma. Rohit Sharma, someone also similar to Virat Kohli, takes time. Not as much as what Virat Kohli would do. Like Virat Kohli slows down massively in the middle overs, and whenever spinners come in, he rotates strike, and sometimes um, just plays a lot of ball, gets too many dot balls in there as well. Recent few years, and which is understandable because him considering what his role is for RCB and what batting order is, but that's the reason why I went with Jaiswal and Rohit Sharma because Rohit Sharma is someone who can pick up the slack, once he's a bit slow at the start, but then Rohit Sharma can pick it up. By the time that happens, the score would have been a lot more bigger when Jaiswal is there. Jaiswal is on song in form. He's someone. நீ
Supposed to
என்ன
have.
வேணா பண்ணு நான் 5 மேட்ச்ல 100 ரன் தான் அடிச்சிருப்பேனாலும் பரவாயில்ல நான் இதே மாதிரி தான் ஆட போறேன் 5 மேட்சஸ்ல 100 ரன்ஸ் அடிச்சுட்டு வந்து நெக்ஸ்ட் மேட்ச்ல ஒரு செஞ்சுரி அடிச்சிரும் அதை காம்பன்சேட் பண்றதுக்கு ஐ back Yashasvi Jaiswal for that, and that's exactly what he did for Rajasthan. For 5 matches he was struggling சொல்லி என்னடா எடுக்கலாமா வேணாமா அப்படின்னு யோசிச்சோம். அடுத்த மேட்ச் செஞ்சுரி. So that's why I'm going to give a chance for Jaiswal. And honestly speaking, it's time for India to go into the future, bro. சும்மா வந்துட்டு பெஸ்ட் பிளேயர்ஸ் மார்க்கி பிளேயர்ஸ் சும்மா சும்மா இந்த
I'll,
மாதிரி யங்ஸ்டர்ஸ்க்குலாம்
I'll be
கொஞ்சம்
honest
கொஞ்சம்
with you.
சான்ஸ் கொடுக்க
No,
தான்
no, no, no. I'll be
கொடுக்க
honest
கொடுக்க
with you.
தான் வந்துட்டு
No, no, no. I'll be honest with you. So okay, my thing. So, but I wanted to go for the younger squad, but then since BCCI recalled them back, you
Mm.
have to include them and you have to go with the best position. I'm a firm believer
Yeah.
that you got to go with the players who suits
Mm.
in the position. Yes, I understand the fact that Yashasvi Jaiswal's inclusion is very tempting. Is very
Mm.
tempting because he gives you that kind of batting. He strikes right from the start. He gives you the instant starts. But then I
What
believe
do you
that if
want?
you want, but the middle order is something that India in the past, the middle order has been a huge issue, man. we don't have. We need to have a proper middle order batting and someone, that's where it unlocks that bit of fearlessness in the top order to go for it. That is why I'm bulked up my batting, and that's the it's not a more of a balance of the team. Still the team is still balanced. You got three all rounders in the team itself, and I'm firm believe
அது
that we need
கரெக்ட்.
to have.
ஐ அக்ரி வித் யூ ஆன் தட். பட் தட் அகேன் ரோஹித் சர்மா விராட் கோலி உள்ள வர்றதுனால வந்து சில பேரை வந்து விடணும் அப்படின்றத அந்த ஃபீலிங் வந்துடும். பிளஸ் it will also have a lot of pressure on Hardik Pandya also, because Hardik Pandya is someone who has to be at number 4 or number அதான் he should come at number 4. ஏன்னா 2 down number
Yeah,
4
either
வரணும்.
in
ஏன்னா Dubey
extreme.
will have to
No,
come down.
I went Dubey number 4 because left-hander needs to be there a bit.
That would be a problem, bro. அது வந்து that would be a problem, and I'll tell you why. Hardik Pandya நான் சொன்ன மாதிரி வந்து he's not the finisher that he used to be. He is also someone who's an anchor. ஏன்னா அவனை வந்து நம்பர் 3 இல்ல நம்பர் 4 விளையாடினதான் வந்து that he can perform well. ஏன்னா
See,
I'm giving the maximum. That's the reason why I didn't pick Hardik Pandya, because நான் அதை தான் சொன்னேன். Hardik Pandya, if he was the Hardik Pandya before the back surgery, 100% Hardik Pandya would be my finisher. அவன் வந்து regardless of whether he's in form or not, Hardik Pandya நான் எடுத்துடுவேன், because he's someone who can win matches as a finisher. He doesn't need to bat at top of the order with Surya Kumar Yadav or Virat Kohli either at number 4 or number 5. வரணும்னு அவசியம் இருக்காது. That's the reason why I'm doing that, because
see the
Hardik
game.
Pandya after that has become a proper middle order batsman சொல்லலாம். You see, சும்மா வந்துட்டு அவன் வந்து bowling போடுறான் பவர் பிளேன்னு, okay. I'm not saying he's a bad bowler by any means. He's also someone who can give magic with the ball as well. It's very tempting for me to pick Hardik Pandya as well, just as how much both of you have done. But I'm considering everything with the combination, and not just combination, but currently who are doing well. If you look at my squad in my playing 11, that's the perfect positions for all the three guys. Jaiswal, Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, they are top three. That's actually the ideal spots. You know, the Virat Kohli is an anchor. Rohit Sharma, he can be an aggressor and anchor, or mari caution aggression mix panni he can do, because you have Jaiswal who's someone from ball one. என்ன வேணா பண்ணு ஜெய்ஸ்வால் அடிச்சுக்கிட்டு இருப்பான் அந்த இதுல வந்து. That's why I make the dynamic of the top three. Then you have Shivam Dube, Rishabh Pant, Jadeja, Akshar Patel. அடிச்சு தள்ளலாம் அப்படியே பேட்டிங் வச்சு. தட்ஸ் வாட் ஐ என்னை பொறுத்த வரைக்கும். இஃப் கன்சிடரிங் த பேட்டிங் ஆர்டர் அண்ட் சூரியகுமார் யாதவ், of course சூரியகுமார் யாதவ் at 4, சிவன் துபே at 5, அக்ஷர் பட்டேல், ரிஷப் பந்த் at 6. that itself is a strong top 6 for you. That's why I went with that one.
I agree.
நீ சொல்ற
I
top
agree
6
with you.
வந்து I agree
And you
with
have
you. Yours
only
is very
you,
intimidating. I
No,
agree
same
with
logic.
Adit's.
No. Same. You said about Hardik Pandya. He's playing at number 4. I can say I can apply the same logic to Rishabh Pant, to Rinko Singh, to Jadeja. But you cannot accommodate everybody. Everybody has to sacrifice one position down. That is why I went with it.
I think you
I
have.
agree with that.
I think you have kept. You probably. I think you have replaced a bowler with a batter, because I see that you have a lot of up to number 7. You have all batters, and then you have bowlers
I don't
from
have
there.
batters. I have all-rounders. Let's not forget. I have Shivam Dube as
Oh,
an
he has
all-rounder.
all-rounders, bro. He has
I have
Hardik
all-rounders.
Pandya.
Hardik Pandya. I have Shivam Dube and Jadeja. I have
But
3 legitimate
how many
all-rounders.
spinners? You have only 2 spinners, Kuldeep
I
and
went to two
then
spinners.
Jadeja.
See, and
Do you
plus,
think
no.
two
And
spinners?
another, and I'll give you another reason why I mean to have 3 all-rounders. You normally slow wicket West Indies irunda, you go with spinners. That's a
Yeah,
right.
but you have only like 2 of them.
But then
Do you have any
Shivam
more?
Dube's off cutters, he can bowl 1 or 2 hours, bowl off cutters. Same with Hardik Pandya. Hardik Pandya, that's first change bowler also can be worked. He can bowl off cutters also. That also we can go with. Off cutters, slow pitches, that is also crucial in the big size boundaries. Certain if you look at the ground of Brian Lara Stadium, their boundaries are very big. In I think it is in Trinidad and Tobago. Their boundary size is very big. You can bowl off cutters itself. The batsman will try to swing.
Sir, we've Richards around there. It's huge.
In such a
Antigua
way,
also.
you need to have multi-utility cricketers. Man, that's a key thing in success. West Indies parada, Chris Gale, Darren Sammy, Andre Russell, Pollard, Dwayne Bravo. We have multiple orders. They have batting. Carlos Brathwaite, not to forget that. You need to have batting.
Carlos Brathwaite. Remember the name. Remember the name.
The most successful franchise in history of IPL. Jadeja, Ashwin, Dwayne Bravo, Albie Marker, Chris Morris, Pawan Negi in the past. You need to have all-rounders. All-rounders is a must in the team. That is why I
I
went with
agree with
this.
that. No,
All-rounders
I'm not saying the
can be
squad is
used.
bad. அதனால
All-rounders
வந்து
are good,
Adrit squad is
but
still
I think
strong. I am not
I think
disagreeing
your
with that.
spin power is not enough. One more thing, that's one second, Ajit. One more
Yeah,
thing I
yeah.
want to point out is I get that you want to go with all rounders, and that's very valid. Yeah, and I would actually, if given a chance to remake my team, I would actually put more all rounders in there too. But I genuinely am concerned about the spin power. I don't think you have enough spin power. Like I would definitely want to go at least with Jadeja, Kuldeep, and for the sake of argument, let's just say that we have Yuzvendra Chahal as well. I'd at least want to go
Or
with
Akshar
three.
Patel.
Just
Or Akshar
yeah,
Patel.
yeah, or him, yeah, yeah. I would definitely want to go with three spinners, or at least like three the specialist the spinners. We can even say for the sake of argument, like if you really want all rounders, then we can even go with maybe to Washington Sundar also if he becomes available. I just want like a spinning all rounder. I really would
I agree.
two things about
I
your
agree
team,
with
Nick.
that.
One thing is that you probably have to increase the spin power because I don't think the spin power is like lacking. And if you replace Tarshdeep Singh with Mayank Yadav, you have no dead bowlers at all. I mean, I don't think Bumrah can do the role of both. Bumrah can do death bowling, but you really want to use him as a power play guy. So I think and probably I would replace that guy. But I've already spoken about this. I would say now
I know. No,
the
well,
spin bowling
I
is
wanted to
really
no.
really like lacking.
I went. I discussed with Ajit also. Like that T Natarajan, as I said, he's also a very tempting
Mm.
choice also. But then something about Mike Yadav, man. Something about that guy. If he's fitter, then I'll pick him. And sometimes what happens, is
We
that we
thought
need
of picking
to.
Mayank Yadav as well. I agree with that.
No, sometimes what happens, is that we need to. That this is thinking with Indian teams that let's play safe. Other safe, how long are you going to go? Let's risk someone
Coach
new.
star
Someone,
Rahul Dravid ache. Always
but
play
I'll rather
safe.
go with no, I'll rather go with someone new,
I did.
man. Someone new,
Hmm.
someone different. Because
No,
a
I
lot of
agree with that. That's a good thing.
Mm.
That's
Mayank
actually a
Yadav,
reason why
yeah.
I had temptations of picking Mayank Yadav in the squad, but that's why I said you can have reserves as well. 15 when the 15 in the squad, but that's why I have Mayank Yadav, Mohit Sharma, some of them, and maybe Bishnoi as your standby. So if injuries
Mike
கொஞ்சம்
Yadav.
problem வந்தா I'll have them as standby. That is why I'm saying that whatever the players even you've selected, I'm not completely ruling them out. அதனால தான் வந்து I've kept them saying that okay. தேவைப்பட்டா அவங்க எடுத்துக்கலாம் அப்படின்றதுனால தான் that's why I've not ruled them out
So
completely. That is
he,
why
he
even your playing 11 is good, but again, even you can say the same thing about Rinku Singh. Logic. Rinku Singh is someone who could hit from ball one. Is not someone.
Mhm.
It's depending on the situation he can adapt. We've seen that what Rinku Singh can do the thing, but that's not the same for Hardik Pandya. அது நான் கண்டிப்பா சொல்றேன். Even Jadeja also same thing, but again, you already have Jadeja as your bowler and your top class fielder. Jadeja should bowl 4 overs, 100%.
exactly. That's
Jadeja
what.
and Akshar.
Mm.
And that's why I went with three spinners, especially someone
Yeah.
Jadeja and Akshar. Either one of them can bowl in the power play, especially Akshar Patel with the new ball. Akshar Patel can do it very well. That's why I went with Akshar Patel. அப்படின்னு பார்த்தா மல்டி யூட்டிலிட்டி பிளேயர்ஸ் வேணும்னா யூ ஹேவ் மை ஸ்குவாட். நான் செலக்ட் பண்ண பிளேயிங் லெவன் யூ ஆல்ரெடி ஹேவ் யூட்டிலிட்டி பிளேயர்ஸ். யூ ஹேவ் சிவன் தூபே, ஒன் குட் யூட்டிலிட்டி பிளேயர் ஃபார் யூ அண்ட் அ பவர் ஹிட்டர் அக்ஷர் பட்டேல். சொல்ல தேவையில்லை. யூ நோ வாட் இஸ் டூயிங் த சீசன்.
Hmm.
ஜடேஜா, of course, one of the best all-rounders that India has ever produced. Not even a question. You already have those three with you, and you have your bowlers, Bumrah, Natarajan, and Kuldeep. That that itself is balance for you. அதனால தான் வந்து that's why I went with this way, because and also I'm thinking for the future as well, bro. Because
Mm.
openingல வந்து Yashasvi Jaiswal has proved that he's a match winner for you in test matches and
Yeah.
limited overs for whatever chances he's got, and also with Gaikwad in the Asian Games, he went there and he did well as well with him. Even though சொல்லலாம் டே அதெல்லாம் ஒரு கிரிக்கெட் அதெல்லாம் ஒண்ணுமே இல்ல காம்படிஷன் அதெல்லாம் சொல்லக்கூடாது. India didn't go with the full senior squad in the Asian Games. They went with a very young side as well. They've proved they've got their chances. They won a gold medal as well. So கொடுத்த சான்ஸ் வந்து நல்லா யூட்டிலைஸ் பண்ணாங்கறதுனால that's why I went Jaiswal, because he's proved himself match winnerன்றது in
Mm.
IPL and for India. That is why I
Mm.
went with Jaiswal, and you have to go with the future as well. And me and Adrit have had a lot of this conversation, bro. நான் வந்து என்ன சொல்லியிருப்பேன்னா If Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma had not given their availability, நான் வந்து நான் எடுத்திருக்க மாட்டேன். It's the same thing.
I don't
You
think
should play both of them, or you should
exactly.
play with both of them. Like
Mm.
if both of them are available, you should play both of them. Or otherwise, you don't play both of them. ஏன்னா அது வந்துட்டு I would go with a completely young squad. See, எல்லாரும்
Mm.
சொல்லுவாங்க, இதெல்லாம் கான்ட்ரவர்ஷியல் டா, இதெல்லாம் வந்து விராட் கோலி, ரோஹித் சர்மா எல்லாம் மேட்ச் வின்னர்ஸ் டா, இவங்கெல்லாம் கிரேட்டஸ்ட் இந்தியன் கிரிக்கெட்டர்ஸ் அப்படி இப்படின்னு
Yeah.
எல்லாம் பேச வருவானுங்க. புரியுது. நீ
Mm-hmm.
வந்து ஒரு யங் டீமோட போனன்னு வச்சுக்கோங்க, சைக்கலாஜிக்கலி இட்
Yeah.
வில் பி டிஃப்ரெண்ட். பிகாஸ் சைக்கலாஜிக்கலி வந்துட்டு இவங்க இல்லையே அப்படின்ற அந்த இதுவே வராது. நாங்க தான் இருக்கோம், நம்ம தான் பண்ணணும், வி ஷுட் பி த ஒன் டேக்கிங் எவ்ரி திங், வி ஷுட் பி இன் சார்ஜ். ஏன்னா
Mm-hmm.
இப்போ இவங்க 2 பேரும் இருந்தாங்கன்னா வந்துட்டு ஒரு ஒரு ஃபீலிங் வரும். இவங்க வந்து ட்ரெஸ்ஸிங் ரூம்ல இருக்காங்க, சரி இவங்க பண்ணி குடுத்துருவாங்க, நமக்கு வந்து பிரஷர் இதுவாகும் அப்படி இப்படின்னு சொல்லி அந்த மென்டாலிட்டி வந்துரும். ஒரு யங் டீமோட போனோம்னா, ஆமாண்டா நாங்க தான் அடிக்கணும், நம்ம தான் வந்து பாத்துக்கணும், நம்மளே தான் வந்துட்டு we have to take care of our team and we have to take care of business ourselves rather than relying on your seniors. அது ஒண்ணு.
Mm-hmm.
அண்ட் ஆல்சோ ஒரு எக்ஸ்பெக்டேஷன் குறைஞ்சிடும். அந்த சைக்காலஜிக்கலி வந்து இவங்க எக்ஸ்பெக்ட் பண்றது வந்து இந்தியா வந்து இது பண்ணுவாங்களா, டவுட் தான். ஏன்னா வந்து ஆல் ஆல் தி அதர் டீம்ஸ் அரௌண்ட் த அரௌண்ட் த வேர்ல்ட், தட் இஸ் யூ ஹேவ் ஆஸ்திரேலியா, வெஸ்ட் இண்டீஸ், அவங்க எல்லாருமே பார்த்தோன்னா அவங்க வந்து ஒரு மாதிரி எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் பிளஸ் ஃபியர்லெஸ்னஸோட வர்றதுனால வந்து,
Yeah.
அண்ட் சவுத்
Mm-hmm.
ஆப்பிரிக்கா as well அண்ட் இங்கிலாந்து, அவங்களுக்கு அந்த எக்ஸ்பெக்டேஷன்ஸ் வரும். பிகாஸ் இவங்க வந்து somewhat the same players who have been playing for so many years, அந்த எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸோடயே கொண்டு வந்து அண்ட் they also bring in new young players. அந்த மாதிரி they do
Mm-hmm.
bit of both அப்படின்னு வரதுனால வந்து they have expectations and they can somehow manage it. இந்தியா வந்து over the years ஒரு மார்க்கி பிளேயர், ஒரு ஒரு ஸ்குவாட் ஃபில்ட் வித் மார்க்கி பிளேயர்ஸ் வச்சுட்டு they can steamroll anybody. பட் அந்த ஒன் பேட் கேம் இந்த நாக் அவுட்ஸ் வந்துருச்சுன்னா வந்துட்டு இருக்கிற அத்தனை எக்ஸ்பெக்டேஷனும் டவுன் ஆயிட்டு வந்து மென்டலி இட் அஃபெக்ட்ஸ் எவ்ரிபடி. ஏன்னா வந்து ஒரு ஒரு எக்ஸ்பெக்டேஷன் இவ்வளோ ஹை பார், அவ்வளோ ஸ்டாண்டர்ட் செட் பண்ணிட்டு இஃப் யூ கான்ட் மீட் தட், ஈவன் இஃப் யூ கம் வெரி க்ளோஸ் டு மீட்டிங் தட் ஸ்டாண்டர்ட்ஸ், அது வரலனாலே வந்துட்டு இட் வில் பி கன்சிடர்ட் அஸ் அ ஃபெயிலியர். நீ வந்துட்டு ஒரு யங் ஸ்குவாடோட போறனா யூ கேன் கிவ் தம், இட் வில் ஹேவ் மோர் ரூம். யூ கேன் வந்து சொல்லலாம், டேய் இவங்க வந்து இந்த யங் ஸ்குவாட் வச்சுட்டு இவ்வளவு தூரம் போயிருக்காங்க. ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள், நோ விராட் கோலி, நோ ரோஹித் சர்மா, அவங்க இல்லாமலே வந்து இந்தியா மேக் இட் டு தி
14 months,
செமிஸ்.
14 months, 14, 15 months
Mm-hmm.
without Virat Kohli. Only January, only they recall them.
Yeah.
எக்ஸாக்ட்லி, அதுதான் சொல்றேன் நான். இஃப் யூ ஹேவ் அ யங் ஸ்குவாட் வேர் யூ டோன்ட் ஹேவ் போத் விராட் கோலி அண்ட் ரோஹித் சர்மா, and if they somehow make it to the semis, that itself is a major success. Psychologically பார்த்தனா வந்து you won't expect them to go that far because they're young players, they have not proven அப்படி இப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு, I mean I'm not saying that they haven't proven, but you can tell, I mean Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli compare பண்ணி பார்த்தனா the other players nowhere near the experience, அந்த match winning quality இல்ல. So what I'm saying is, அந்த ஒரு யங் ஸ்குவாட் வச்சுன்னு போய் இஃப் தே somehow make it to the semis or even I dare say if they make the finals, that itself is a huge success. Even if India don't win the tournament, அதுவே வந்து ஒரு பெரிய சக்சஸ். ஸோ மென்டலி வந்து நம்ம யோசிப்போம், இவ்வளோ நல்லா பண்ணியிருக்காங்க, we have to, அவங்களுக்கு வந்து அந்த they can set new standards for themselves and they can approach the game in their own way. ஒரு ஸ்டார்ட் ஆஃப் த ஃபியூச்சர். ஏன்னா வந்துட்டு ஃபியூச்சருக்கு இது பண்ணணும், இது பண்ணணும்னு
Yeah, Ajit,
நீ இப்போ
yeah.
இப்போ வந்து
Mm-hmm.
ஆரம்பிச்சாதான் வந்து ஃபியூச்சர் வந்து எப்படி இன்வெஸ்ட் பண்றது, எப்படி வந்து how the talent would pan out. This is one of those tournaments which should give you a test,
Yeah, yeah,
ஒரு லிட்மஸ் டெஸ்ட் மாதிரி
yeah.
இருக்கும்.
Yeah, Ajit,
That's what I'm saying.
see, we have to get your point, and it does make sense. But you're talking about bringing in the young squad and giving them a chance to go out and express themselves, right?
அது ஒண்ணு. பிளஸ் இன்னொன்னு
No, no,
என்னன்னா,
not just that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
see,
Yeah.
இன்னொன்னு வந்துட்டு
Mm-hmm.
ஹார்திக் பாண்டியா is someone who's been recently given the, I mean before all that, before Rohit Sharma has now been back as a T20 World Cup squad captain.
Mm-hmm.
இவங்க 2 பேருமே இல்லனாலே வந்துட்டு ஹார்திக் பாண்டியா as a captain can do even more better. அவனுக்கு இன்னும் கான்ஃபிடன்ஸ்
Yeah.
வரும். he can
Yeah.
get himself more confidence and அவனே வந்து he can get relaxed and settled.
You've seen
சீனியர்
what
பிளேயர்ஸ்
happened
இந்த
to the
மாதிரி
Gujarat
இருக்கச்சே வந்து அந்த
Titans. Yeah.
அந்த
Mm-hmm.
நான் என்ன சொல்றேன்னா வந்து இந்த கிளவுட் ஓவரா வரும் வெளியில இருந்து, அந்த கிளவுட்
Mm-hmm.
ஃப்ரம் ஆல் ஓவர் த
Yeah.
வேர்ல்டு, அந்த ஆடியன்ஸோட வந்து சும்மா
Yeah.
விராட் கோலி,
Mm-hmm.
ரோஹித் சர்மா, ஹார்திக் பாண்டியா இந்த மாதிரி இருந்தாலே வந்து இப்பவே பாக்குற ரோஹித் சர்மா, ஹார்திக் பாண்டியாக்கும் அந்த அவன் அந்த
Look,
கேப்டன்சி இஷ்யூஸ்
look,
வந்து
Ajit, see,
பாக்குறல.
yeah,
Let Prithvi
look,
talk.
the thing is, yeah, what?
Prithvi, you talk.
Go ahead,
Yeah,
go
yeah,
ahead,
yeah,
go ahead,
yeah.
go ahead.
See, yeah. See, dude, you made a long point, and it all makes sense. But if you ask my genuine opinion, being honest, I fully support bringing in youngsters and developing the future team. But I would say that the T20 World Cup, and what I'm saying is only for the T20 World Cup, not for the other World Cup. T20 World Cup is probably the worst tournament to do that, in my opinion, because you're saying that if you bring in more youngsters, the pressure on youngsters will go down. My friend, we're talking about an ICC tournament involving, you're playing for a country like India in an ICC tournament. I don't think there's anything that can cause the pressure to come down. Pressure will always to be there, even if there's the
No,
youngster who's playing
I'm
with Rohit
arguing
Sharma
that
and
it,
Virat Kohli.
no,
But
I'm
hang on, hang
arguing.
on, hang on. I'm
Okay,
not done
go
yet.
ahead,
Yeah.
go ahead. I'll make
Yeah,
the
let
point.
Even
let
if you
let
have
let it off.
seniors who are talking to the youngsters or not, it will probably have a very negligible effect because the pressure will always to be there. And given the recent uh, I am sorry to say, lack of success that India has had in getting an ICC trophy, is going to be a lot of the pressure on the Indian team to make it to the finals, and there's going to be a lot of the pressure on them to actually go win the World Cup because everybody is screaming to India saying you don't have a single ICC the trophy with this team, the recent team. So what the Indian team management will be thinking is they would really want to put for the best possible team that will somehow go and get the damn cup. They just want that cup. Making it to the playoffs is very important here, but they want that cup. We really have to go for the cup itself. So I think for this particular T20 tournament, experience will is important, but I'll say it'll probably take a higher the precedence than that because in T20 matches when you have a lot of you have to go and get the job done very quickly. There, I think the experience too will help. And I would say that had this been an ODI World Cup, it would really make sense to bring in the new, fresh talents that we have, or even in T20 bilateral series, Asian Games, or even if we have the Tri Series tournaments, domestic cricket, even high to profile test series is good to bring in youngsters. In my opinion, however, given how T20 tournaments tend to turn out, by the time you get to the knockout stages, the competition really increases. It gets to a very high level, and there's a lot of the time constraint. The time constraint is very much there, and so I think experience will make all the difference for India. Yes, Atat, go ahead.
I agree
Uh,
with you. I agree with
mm,
all the points. Experience is key. But let's not forget
mm.
the fact that with Virat and Rohit Sharma, we have not won an ICC tournament for 10 years,
Hmm.
especially
This
T20
might
World Cup.
actually, this might well be their last chance to
I
do
know
it,
this
man.
might be the last
So
one. This might be the
very
last one.
high
So I agree.
pressure. We
And
just
I,
want that
I
bloody cup. Yeah,
no, I
yeah.
know. But then
Hmm.
what Ajit and I are saying that the pressure
Hmm.
will be even more when Virat and Rohit Sharma are playing because they are the
Hmm.
two star
Yeah.
players. If two stars are out, then what
Hmm.
about others?
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
about others?
அந்த
Others who have to
pressure
step
வந்து
up.
build ஆகும்ன்றேன்.
Exactly.
Because I'm not saying that there will be zero pressure. We are not arguing. What I'm
Hmm.
saying is there will be pressure when any player playing for India, and if you want to go for an ICC tournament, ஜெயிக்கணும்ன்றதுனா, that is itself is a pressure uniformly for every team. But when
Hmm.
you have your stalwarts who are desperate to win an ICC trophy, plus given their stature, given their marquee players, அவங்க வந்து அந்த greatness, அவங்க legacies எல்லாமே இருக்கும்போது the pressure becomes tenfolds. இன்னும் ஜாஸ்தி ஆயிடும் for the young players. That's my argument. That's what me and Adrit were arguing.
Yeah.
I would
I
completely
don't
put
think
it in the opposite way. No, it
it
is
is
true.
opposite.
It
I
is
think.
true. நீ
Yeah.
பார்க்கணும். நீ வந்துட்டு இந்த கிரிக்கெட் வேர்ல்ட் கப்ல வந்துட்டு இடி இடிக்கிற மாதிரி வந்துட்டு எல்லாம் பிளேயர்ஸ் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் பிரைம் ஃபார்ம் எல்லாம் வச்சுட்டு வந்து தேவர் கோயிங் வெல். பட் ஃபைனல்ல வந்து தே குடன்ட் கெட் இட் டன் பிகாஸ் அவங்களுக்கு
Hmm.
வந்து அந்த அந்த ப்ரெஷர் ஆட் ஆயிருக்கு பிளேயிங் இன் ஃப்ரண்ட் ஆஃப் த ஹோம் கிரவுட். அண்ட் ஃபைனல் வந்து இவ்வளவு வருஷம் கழிச்சு வேர்ல்ட் கப் ஃபைனல் வந்திருக்காங்க. லெட்ஸ் நாட் forget that இந்தியா haven't made it into the world cup final since what, 2011 actually.
2014.
2011.
No,
2011. Yeah.
no,
If you look
cricket
Okay,
at
world
only
cup,
the
I'm saying
ODI
cricket
ODI
world
World
cup,
Cup.
I'm
ODIs.
saying the
Yeah.
50 over,
50 over.
not the
Okay, okay.
not all ICC tournaments. They
Yeah,
made
yeah,
the
yeah.
final in
Yes, yes.
2017 in Champions Trophy. So அது include பண்றது okay. And I'm saying cricket world cup மட்டுமே பார்த்தனா they didn't make the final since the 2011. That was previously in India. So அப்புறம் பார்த்தனா the players who were playing in that squad, Virat Kohli and Ashwin, they were youngsters. They were pretty young. They were new into the Indian cricket team. Fast forward 12 years, to 11, 12 years, the same players who are there and add on to other players like Rohit Sharma, Shami, whoever have come and added up, they were experienced. அவங்களுக்குள்ள வந்து தேர் ஒன் ஆஃப் சம் ஆஃப் த பெஸ்ட் பிளேயர்ஸ் இந்த வேர்ல்டு, இந்த மார்க்கி பிளேயர்ஸ், அந்த நேச்சர் இருக்கு. ஐ வுட் ஆர்கியூ சேயிங் தட் ஓடிஐ வேர்ல்ட் கப்புக்கு வந்து ஐ வுட் கோ வித் கம்ப்ளீட்லி யங் ஸ்குவாட். அது நான் வந்து ஒத்துக்க மாட்டேன். வாட் பிருத்வி செட், அது வந்து ஐ வுட் டூ தி ஆப்போசிட். T20 இஸ் த பெஸ்ட் ஃபார்மேட் டு டூ தட் பிகாஸ் உங்களுக்கு வந்து யூ ஹேவ் ஷார்ட் டைம் டு எக்ஸ்பிரஸ் யுவர் செல்ஃப். ஒன்னும் இல்ல, கவலைப்படாத, வந்தா அடிச்சு தள்ளு. ஓடிஐ கிரிக்கெட் வந்து யூ நீட் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் பிகாஸ் யூ நீட் டு think through the innings. அது தனி
It's a
பேஸ்
longer
இருக்கு
format
because
also.
it's a
It's
longer
also a
format.
longer
Longer
format.
format.
It's a longer format, so you need a bit of because middle overs, you need an experience to anchor the innings, to
The
take
expertise
singles.
to handle the middle overs,
Yeah,
அந்த
exactly.
situation
இந்த மாதிரி
read
இருக்கு.
பண்றது, that is where I would ODI cricketல வந்து if I don't want to go with a young squad. A completely young squad வந்து for ODIs is not advisable for big
I would
tournaments.
disagree on that.
But
I
for
would.
T20 format 100% I can go with that. See, 2007 T20 World Cup எப்படி ஜெயிச்சாங்கன்னு நினைக்கிறேன் இந்தியா? Did they go with a completely an experienced lineup? No, not
This
all
World Cup
seniors. See,
is different, man. This World Cup is different. We just
no.
yeah.
Why I'm saying,
Mm.
why I'm bringing the 2007 T20 World Cup into the equation. நீ
Mhm.
பார்த்தனா வந்துட்டு the difference would be is that the senior players themselves have said they're not going to play.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
themselves
yeah.
opted out of the tournament. Saurav Ganguly, Sachin Tendulkar, Rahul Dravid, and the பெரிய
Yeah,
senior players, even Lakshman, of course, if you want to include
Lakshman,
him as
yeah.
well, fine. And Kumble. So many of them have opted out of the T20 World Cup because they're coming already playing the 50-over World Cup and they have to play the T20 World Cupன்றதுனால they
Baggage
wanted to opt out.
there's a huge baggage within them.
Yeah, exactly. அந்த இதுலயும் பேக்கேஜ் இருந்தது. So you had so many of them going on. Already Ganguly and Greg Chappell and ஏகப்பட்ட விஷயம் போச்சு. அதனாலே வந்து பார்த்தனா going with a young captain Mahendra Singh Dhoni at 2007, who was still young, who still only few years into the international cricket stage. Virendra Sehwag is obviously one experienced player. Yuvraj Singh by 2007 vastly experienced in limited overs.
Harbhajan Singh,
Yuvraj Singh,
Ajit Agarkar.
Harbhajan Singh and Agarkar. So you had some experienced players, but they were not
Srishant,
the
yeah.
stalwarts of the Indian cricket like how Tendulkar, Ganguly and all. I mean, you can say Sehwag and Yuvraj Singh are the two stalwarts, but not in the level of Sachin Tendulkar, Saurav Ganguly. Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma are that elite. They are these stalwarts. So if the Indian team in 2007 had those major stalwarts, all of them power packed வச்சா கூட, you never know எப்படி பண்ணிருப்பாங்க, we wouldn't know. But going with an Indian squad, you have pressure, நான் இல்லைன்னு சொல்லல, but having stalwarts along with you and இவங்களுக்காக ஜெயிக்கணும், இவங்களுக்காக பண்ணணும், ஏன்னா இவங்க நமக்கு இவ்வளவு பண்ணிருக்காங்க கிரிக்கெட் டீமுக்கு, நம்ம இவங்களுக்கும் பண்ணணும், அந்த pressure ஆட் ஆகும் பயங்கரமா. And that pressure notches up even higher. அதுதான் வந்து my and Adit's argument. That's what
I
I'm
know.
saying. But
Exactly.
that's where T20 format is the best format to bring in new youngs.
Yeah,
Almost
but
an 80% young squad கொண்டு வரது வந்து T20 is the best format to do that because இப்ப இருக்கிற ஜெனரேஷன் வந்து they someone like we want to express ourselves. கவலையே படாம அடிக்கணும் அப்படின்னா that is tailor made for them.
Yeah. One more what Ajit has said that he has. I don't have to further add to that, but what I will say is that. But since if you look at that, since the 2022 T20 World Cup, they really sidelined the senior pros, and they're building for the T20 World Cup with the younger with the youngsters, with Hardik Pandya being the captain. He was building something, but somehow because of the 50-over World Cup success, that gave the rise to Rohit Sharma as a captain, and plus, and the injury in the Hardik Pandya's downfall has started. That has catapulted in the effect of bringing by Rohit and Virat Kohli also. But since you bought by Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma, that's why I am explaining my point of view. Is you look at the previous two editions of T20 World Cup, who are your top three? Rahul, Rohit, and Virat, and look at the success what they have. And if you go back to T20 World Cup in 2016, 2014, top order of Shikhar, Rohit, and Virat almost the same. It's just that Rahul was the difference. And what happened in the last 4 editions? We have lost. We reached the semi-finals and we were out. So that is what my thinking was, that rather than going with the same template, go with something different. Go put both Rohit and Virat in opener and pack your team with a hitters. That's what my thinking is.
I agree
Yeah,
with your thinking, but again,
agree.
இப்போ வந்து அதே வந்து ரோஹித் சர்மா அண்ட் விராட் கோலி ஓப்பனிங்ன்றத விட ஐ திங்க் யூ கேன் கோ வித் யங் பிளேயர் ஜெய்ஸ்வால்ன்றதுனால பிகாஸ் he's someone like and also someone who can make Rohit Sharma's batting a bit more easier because
I know.
Rohit Sharma doesn't need to bother about hitting from ball one. Jaiswal இருக்கான். Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli even if Jaiswal gets out early, no problem. You அப்படியே technically you'll get to Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma anyway. அப்படி பார்த்தாலும். So that's why
Virat
I
Kohli.
went to that.
No, but Virat
No, go
Kohli
ahead.
Virat Kohli this year's IPL strike rate and power play has increased a lot. He has done very well. That's why I went with that with the current form in that same position. Same with Rohit Sharma. Play them in the best position so they let them play properly. I know
அது
Virat Kohli.
correct. அது correct. Putting Virat Kohli at 3, even if a wicket goes down early, very early in the power play, Virat Kohli தான் இருக்கானே. He'll be
I
there
know.
for the power play. That's why I went with that.
We have discussed enough of it. Prithvi, you like to add anything?
Not much. I would want to say a bit more about the philosophy of where to add youngsters. Is it should be in ODI or should it be in T20?
Yes.
I think that ODI is actually the best place to have youngsters come in. If talk about batters, it's more of the philosophical thing. Like you don't have the pressure of hitting too quickly in the T20 game, and you don't have the issue of playing test matches in which the red ball swings. I think batting in ODIs would be ideal for youngsters, and but anyhow, I think that will take the discussion for too long because it's more of the philosophical thing. It's not exactly about the T20 World Cup. It's more of the philosophical thing. It's
And plus,
almost
it's very
9 o'clock. It's
subjective as well.
almost
So
midnight here, and I have
it's
to.
not something right or wrong. I mean, your point could also be right in the future. In hindsight,
Yeah,
it could be right as
it's
well. So
the
it's more
philosophical thing.
subjective.
Yeah,
So this is
But
not
it's
something which
subjective.
is
Yeah,
right
yeah.
or wrong.
Mm.
one thing we all can agree, man. After this T20,
Yeah,
because this is the end of Rohit and Virat, man.
yeah. This
Yeah,
might be the last
especially
chance to win the
yeah.
World Cup
This is the
in
last chance.
this.
That's why since they bought them back, you can use them. Like, everyone else has to play well because if
Yeah.
you look at the other last few editions, it's all Virat Kohli dominated, man. I like to see others stepping up, because அதே அதே கதை போறதுடா விராட் கோலி ஒரு ரோஹித் சர்மா அதே கதை போறது and that's why I felt
Exactly.
that
That's what I'm saying.
that's what I felt,
Anyway,
man.
I think we all can agree with that, and I think we can end with it right here.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll end it with
because
right here, and so
it's almost midnight here. Yeah,
we
I have
Yeah.
to
will end it.
go
And
make dinner now.
yeah, before we end with it, one question for the viewers. What we discussed regarding the whole why don't we go with the young team for a T20 or we want to go with the same continued experience or not? What do you guys
Yeah.
think are point of not having both Kohli and Rohit Sharma and starting young and fresh? What do you guys think about it? So this is a question for
Yeah.
the viewers.
Oh,
Viewers, of
same.
course. Yeah.
I know it might be
Yes,
a controversial take, but you can all guys can chime in.
Mm-hmm.
yes. And
Add in
also
the comments below. Yeah, let us.
and rate
Yeah.
our squad. Which squad is the best? Is it mine, Ajit, or Prithvi? Hopefully mine is a little better. I hope we can move votes. So, but
I think
We
we
will
can
see.
agree probably Ajit squad was the best. I think. Yeah. I think Ajit squad
We
was the
shall
best.
see.
But we'll
Let
see.
us see
We'll let
what
them
the
decide.
viewers
Yeah.
think, and let us see what the viewers think, and we'll try to
let's
put some polls
so
on Instagram as well. We'll try to see put some poll in
definitely.
the Instagram and in the YouTube community as well. We'll try to do that as well, and make sure that
Yeah.
your audience can chime in with your views, and let's see how it goes. I think we can
Yes,
end it right here.
we'll end it here. So,
Okay.
with that being said, thank you so much, Ajit and Prithvi, for coming in to the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So, with that being said, thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. And please like, share, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and see you for many more podcasts. With that saying, take care. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Put your likes and put your comments down, and let's see how it is. Cheers.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.